be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, but being vulnerable on social media is something else. Like recently, Seemah just, went public and obviously spoke about the reason that... Shit, was I not supposed to... We never really knew the reason why Seemah left. And obviously she went out and spoke about her, what was going on, obviously the alcohol and all of that, right? So I want to find out from you guys, because obviously there should be more of what you guys were experiencing, like firsthand, on how, because she also did mention that she was late to work, all of that.
What did she say? So we know.
Okay, now
guidelines to
follow. And that's how life is.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, but being vulnerable on social media is something else. Like recently, Seemah just, went public and obviously spoke about the reason that... Shit, was I not supposed to... Yeah, but like she spoke about the reason of why...
Tato, look away.
Why she left.
No,
know?
Can we please restart that part? Tato's busy making weird eyes in the
Hi,
background.
Tato. What's wrong with you?
Like, come on, masculine. Guys, don't...
And you segued nicely. Our Toma pass.
Our
Toma pass.
I think it's like I was saying, being vulnerable on social media.
Oh, Toma passenger.
Come on, Yanda.
Yo, being vulnerable on social media is really like something else. I would like, it's like recently Seemah went, vulnerable on
Even
social media.
Shaba.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shaba as well. But like, Seemah spoke about something really like
When did
another
Shaba
person
go vulnerable?
Shaba one
multiple times.
multiple times.
Oh, it's not a recent thing.
It is. One
Well,
of them is
it was-
recent.
Okay.
As I was saying. And she spoke about her experience obviously here and the time she was on this chair. And there are real reasons why she left.
Mm.
I have a question. So my sister, this is like a real story. Like it happened to me, right? Because I had not a bad breakup per se. It was just something that really hurt my heart or whatever. And I started drinking a lot and so it was a thing of, I was very sad. Didn't want to go out. Didn't want to get out of my room. Didn't want to eat. Do you get what I mean? And then it got to, so I'm seeing like the patterns that you're saying, month 1, month 2. Month 2, and I fall back into that state. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to speak to anyone. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to, Month 3 comes, Seemah, she's at clubs, climbing on tables. I'm dancing the whole day. Like, it was getting a lot. And then it came to work, right? And then I get to work drunk. I get to work, like, kagowa. Like, it's either I'm sad or I'm drunk as shit or I'm like, I'm a mess. And then I got fired. I got fired from that because it's like, hey, yo, like, we can't have this. And then, got fired. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a better state now, but the alcohol intake is still quite, do you get what I mean? Hold on, please, can I please?
Yeah.
The alcohol intake is still a bit, so I don't know whether but I'm fine.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm good. I'm not stressed about anything. I'm gishabo, but it's just the alcohol. So how do I like fix that?
Okay.
And I always just want to be around people.
So actually now I want to find out, what was your guys' experience when it was when all of that was going on?
Yanda, I'll go first
Oh.
because I don't want to disturb your thought. I don't want your train of thought.
But I feel like I'm always speaking first, hey?
Okay. I just want to say, the truth and
What was the question, Vin?
yeah, what was the question then?
What was your guys', how did you guys experience, because obviously we really never knew the reason, like outside. We never really knew the reason why Seemah left. And obviously she went out and spoke about her, what was going on, obviously the alcohol and all of that, right? So I want to find out from you guys, because obviously there should be more of what you guys were experiencing, like firsthand, on how, because she also did mention that she was late to work, all of that. all
What
of
did
those things.
she say so we know?
No, okay, now
Which
I think
guidelines to
I think
follow?
I kind of saw the video, but I didn't go in too deep. But what I can say is that, like, sometimes for me, this is what I realized especially from the podcast, is that, like, people go through different levels of life, And I would want to say, this too shall pass, you know. And the reason I'm saying this is that like sometimes people go through a lot and you still have to work with them and you still have to see them every day.
For sure.
So I would consider as me thinking or ish moto go through a rough patch, you know. And I wouldn't consider them not saying or oh like I wouldn't say kibatata for now. But yeah, the truth was about kibatata or not. And also one thing I like about what she did is that it is better that like the truth is better when you say it, not when other people say it for you. You get me?
Okay, yeah,
I like
sure.
that
For sure.
before we go anywhere.
For sure.
But for me, it was the thing of like, ish man, rematch. And all tomorrow not Yanda or Zile or Tato is spiraling out. You just let them be because you're not in their shoes. So how I took it was the fact
We
that
didn't.
what?
We didn't condone it. To be fair,
Yeah.
there were instances where we did try to help out on numerous occasions. We tried to do our best. We dealt with it the best way we could. Continue.
No, she's right. Because as a friend, you start getting concerned or and we are not with it, you know. But there's only much we can do to make you stop doing certain things. The only person, unfortunately, to save you is you. You get
For
me?
sure. 100%.
And if like no, so if you try to reprimand me about something and I'm like, you don't understand where you're from, because sometimes you don't want to become like when you're speaking from a high horse.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
You understand? Let's say I lost money, you know, so and when you come to me and say, but Zil, it's not that deep, you'll make another one. I'm like, you are saying that because of 1, 2, 3.
Fair.
So
fair.
sometimes now personally, I didn't want to come off like that, you know? And yeah, man, I just hope she gets help. But based off the video, I just hope she gets help. But yeah, it was not nice at some point. Like, and you are a friend. And you can't help,
Yeah, no. I get you.
you know? Yeah.
When I under, I mean, obviously, you were also accused of the fact that, she left, of the fact that you were bullying her, which was false.
I'm glad that she took accountability for what happened, you know. I just wish that I don't like the fact that we are speaking about this like on camera, because I don't think all three of us have had like a conversation where we sit down and we're like, hey dude, we don't like the way 1, 2, and 3 happened while you were still here. We tried to do this, but it seems like you didn't appreciate our efforts. And also, while that whole mess was happening, you know, I was accused, Uguti, hey, this girl bullied her offset. And, you know, nothing was said from her part. Of which, that's her choice. You know, if you don't want to say anything, don't say anything. But I just feel like...
So you guys
she
never
should
really
have-
held her accountable? You did? You did? Oh, sorry.
You know, but I think me and Yanda had a conversation about this, and you know, I know, and if you remember very well, Yanda, it was a chat of like, now if we start calling a meeting, me and Yanda call a meeting and say, "Mas, we really need to talk to you." It's like as for me, that's the problem I had. I don't want to ask come off attack.
Okay.
Because the meeting was discussed before when.
Yeah.
Plan.
But like...
You get my, that's the problem we had. I remember that's why we didn't have a meeting.
No, bro. The first ever time, dude, yeah. But that's also like adding fuel to the fire, saying Uguti. Anyway, the first ever time we noticed Uguti, like, something is wrong.
For sure.
We spoke about it together, and then obviously we approached it, and then we approached her and we said, hey, we suguti sona. So how do we help? How do you want us as your friends / colleagues to assist you? Then it was seen as, okay, so you guys spoke about me. Now you guys are, you guys are gossiping about me, so on and so forth. So now we're like, no, that's not how we wanted it to be, so on and so forth. And then we tried as individuals, not Ogoti, we condoned the behavior and we didn't try. By all means, we tried. There's nothing we didn't do. Ne? I'm glad that she's taking accountability. I'm glad that she's finally reached that step where she's able to see what I did was wrong. I just wish we were able to have
reached that
I just wish we were able to have like a face-to-face conversation, no cameras, not on different platforms where we're like, hey, I appreciate that you guys were able to help me at that point in time. I'm sorry for the way I reacted. I'm sorry that when you were accused of 1, 2, and 3, I didn't say anything. But now, I mean, it's happened, you know, whatever happened, happened. All we can do now is just move forward.
Yeah.
You know, speaking about that, you know what I hate about that whole situation is that, like, me, I am not, and this is just a me thing. I feel like I can do better when it comes to emotional support. I'm not a good person, or like, I can't tell you, like, if now you cry, it's like, I'm gonna look for the next joke to make so that everything ashes out. And that's
Yeah.
my person, because
Fair.
it's not like I didn't see that happening, but I could have just been there emotionally and said, you know what, Vetu, as your friend, let's have a serious talk. I remember I struggled to even text back and say, man, I saw you left 1, 2, 3, because when we came and saw each other in public, I was there, you know.
Fair.
Like, very bloma.